Okay, so you've built a solid business foundation, and now it's time to level up your financial system so that you can scale your business with confidence and less stress. Hey, I'm Michele Mere. I'm the founder of Decisive Minds and Bottom Line Bookkeeping Solutions. And if you're watching this, chances are you're in what I call the growth ready stage. If you're ready to scale, there are three necessary financial systems that you have to focus on. And remember, that which we focus on expands, and that can be good or bad. So why not be in charge of what is expanding in your business? Okay, so we're going to look at three. First up, forecasting. You're already tracking your income and expenses. I hope you should be, but are you using that data to predict what's coming next, what's going to be happening in your business? Forecasting helps you to answer key questions like, what revenues do I expect in the next quarter? Will I have the cash to invest in this growth that I'm looking for? How much should I be setting aside for taxes? Even simple projections based on your numbers can make a huge difference in how you plan and make decisions. Clarity here is everything. If you're in the growth phase of business, you should be working with a CFO. They may even be a fractional CFO, which is absolutely fine, but have them build out a system that gives you 12 months, 3 year, and 5 year projections based on the facts in your business. Okay. Now, yes, this is a target. And it's extremely important that this is not some cookie cutter something. This is based on what's happening in your business and what those expectations are. And a great CFO, even a fractional CFO, should be able to forecast and know what those things are and what's coming, right? So let me also give you just a little bit of a warning because by nature, CFOs, CPAs, even bookkeepers are conservative. And that's not exactly what we need here. We're not looking for the conservative side of this calculation. We want these numbers to be based on facts, based on what's been happening, based on what we know is what we're expecting is going to happen, but then also maybe a little bit of a stretch. Okay. So just a little advice I give all of my clients. So, all right, system number one is forecasting. Number two, let's talk about automation. Manually entering invoices, receipts, running payroll by hand, those things are slowing you down and opening doors to mistakes. Automating tasks like invoicing or expense tracking or payroll even saves not just time, but it reduces human error and gives you way more reliable reports. Okay. And that's a huge issue in business. So when you know that your numbers are clean and current, you can move faster and smarter. And automation gives you that. It gives you everything faster, right? And it is depending on if you're using a really good system, like the majority of my clients use QuickBooks Online, and we can utilize the AI side of that to set up the automation. And it's pretty smart and quite accurate. So, okay, again, a great fractional CFO is the answer here. These are normally operations-based people and they love systems. I'm hoping that you have an amazing one on your team already. And my advice when I'm working with clients and working on their systems, they can be very overwhelming because as business owners, we have a lot of systems and a lot of systems that need to be fixed usually. So here's what I say. I remind them that if we can fix one system a month, at the end of the year, guess what? We've got 12 new systems implemented. Okay. That's huge. That's huge. All right. So don't let it overwhelm you. Fix one thing at a time, and you'll be surprised 12 months from now what's going to happen. So number two was automation. Number three, this is the big one, and that is preparing your systems to scale. So, a lot of CEOs don't think about this until it's too late. And entrepreneurs, we kind of sit in the same space a lot of the time. So, are your financial systems truly ready to scale with your business? Because More clients means more transactions, means more decisions, means more complexity. So I'm going to break this down into three things that you can do right now to get your systems ready for the next level. Number one, upgrade your cash flow tracking. Okay. A growing business burns through cash fast, often before the revenue catches up. So instead of looking at your bank balance and hoping it's enough, start using a simple cash flow forecasting tool. Look 30, 60, even 90 days ahead. Know what's coming in, what's going to be going out, and where the gaps might be before they hit. Okay, so that's number one. Number two, streamline your payment and invoicing systems. When you're small, you might get away with sending invoices manually or chasing clients one at a time. But when you're growing, that process becomes a bottleneck. And a lot of the time, I see that the business owner is the bottleneck in this particular problem in the business. Okay. So automate your invoicing, use recurring payments when possible, and have a clear written payment terms. So, meaning due dates, late fees, and ways to automate your follow up so that you can get people to pay those invoices. Remember that one of the parts of the calculation for cash flow is how many days it takes you to bring the cash in the door. And so if you are averaging 45 days to get paid for invoices after you've provided the services, after you've paid all the bills, by the way, right? So imagine if you're currently at 45 days and you start to focus on that and you can back that down to 38 days. What does that do? It changes your cash flow. It keeps that money flowing in without relying on you to remember every detail. That's why we want to automate. All right, number three, create a proactive tax strategy, not a reactive one. Most business owners think about taxes once a year, and by then they're usually already in trouble. Okay, so a scalable business needs quarterly planning. That means knowing how much taxable profit you're actually making, not just this profit that the financials say, but what's the taxable profit? What do you need to set aside each month to cover your taxes? And what's coming up in your business that could have a negative or a positive impact on your tax situation? Both of those things can occur, right? So these are three steps that we just went over: cash flow, forecasting, automated payments, proactive tax planning, right? Um, these three form the backbone of a financial system that supports your growth instead of slowing you down. Because when your systems are strong, you don't have to choose between growing and staying in control. You get to have both. So here's the bottom line. You didn't build your business to become a bookkeeper or a fractional CFO, but I did. At Bottom Line Bookkeeping Solutions, we can help small business owners just like you clean up their books, streamline their systems, scale without financial chaos. So if you're ready to take it the next step, we'd love to help. Just click on the link below to schedule your free strategy call. You'll see it right below this video. Thanks for watching. This is Michele Mere saying, be decisive. Bye-bye.